Hey there, Libra. Welcome to the channel. Sarah here. We're going to do a reading for you today for the week of November 24th to the 30th, 2025. Keep in mind, Libra, this is just a general reading, so take only what resonates and leave out what does not. If you're interested in having a personal reading with me, you can go to my website, lionessmoonintuitivetarot.com, or you can email me directly at lionessmoonintuitivetarot@gmail.com. So Libra, as always, feel free to delegate the energies where you see fit. If I say I'm talking about you, I could be talking about somebody who you're dealing with, and vice versa. Same goes to you, cross-watcher. All right, so we're going to do a layered spread reading for you today. So how this works is that I'm going to pull cards from each of these 6 decks, and at the end we'll go through each of the placements and it's going to unfold a story. So the cards that want to jump out first is guilty, soul tie. Somebody with whom you have a soul tie connection is feeling guilty about something. They may be wanting a second chance, some sort of wishful thinking here, but they are feeling stressed out about something. They're starting to understand something, feeling guilty, understanding your side of things. There's this feeling of loss, hopelessness here, because they sabotaged something and out jumps dishonesty. Somebody has not been honest here. And the bottom of the deck, we've got laughter, which is the overall theme of this portion of the reading. Happiness, joy, healing is on the laughter card. Okay. So somebody is starting to understand something differently. They're starting to see your side of things. They're starting to realize something and feeling guilty about this. This is somebody who you always feel connected to. So this is somebody with whom you have a soul tie connection. They're starting to understand this, feel that they lost you based on the fact that they sabotaged a connection. I usually read the first layer as somebody who you're dealing with, and the second layer I read as you, the querent. But like I always say, delegate the energies where you see fit. Somebody feels like they've sabotaged something here and they want a second chance. They're feeling stressed out about something that had been done that was dishonest, but it looks like overall, whoever this is feels like you brought some level of joy and happiness into their life. Let's get the next layer for you, Libra. We've got manifesting. You're manifesting something. People skills. Manifesting through people skills. Opportunity. There's some sort of opportunity to do something different. We've got innovation. There are answers here. There's some sort of breakthrough based on actually developing so there's something that you're learning here as a result of meeting new people here. And brilliance comes out. There's something here that's going to tap you into your brilliance, okay? These cards are hard to separate. We've got roll of the dice. This has something to do with a gamble. There's some sort of gamble. It looks like you've got some sort of new opportunity here. So, and we do have ups and downs. So there's something here to do with rhythms. Rhythm is the 5th principle of natural law, the ebbs and flows of life. We've got honest work. There's something about honesty. There was something in their portion of the spread about dishonesty and feeling like they have sabotaged something due to there being some level of dishonesty. Now I'm seeing that there's something that you're tapping into that's helping you to understand the importance of the honesty, that part of your life. You're manifesting something. It's through... it looks like it's through the development of new relationships with new people. Now, because whatever this is, these new connections that you're making with people, it's helping you to answer questions about something that you had gone through in the past with whoever it is that we're dealing with here. And this is tapping you into a part of yourself that's really brilliant here. So you've got an opportunity that's coming in for you where it's going to feel like a gamble. Now, I'm getting that for a lot of you, we've got this opportunity with somebody who feels a certain way about how this connection maybe has been going between the two of you. It looks like this is somebody who you're either emotionally distanced from right now, or you may actually be physically distanced from this person, but this person is showing up as wanting a second chance, and that is where the opportunity card is coming in. It is showing up, though, that this is a gamble for you, meaning you're kind of playing Russian roulette moving forward, because there's something here that you're meant to be learning that's supposed to tap you into some sort of brilliance. There's something you're meant to be learning here through other people. And so you might be wanting to do something new and different. And this is either to get yourself involved with this person and try things differently this time, or it could be that you might actually want to move in a completely different direction. It does look like we've got those ups and downs, so there's something you may need to be honest with yourself about moving forward. Let's get the tarot portion of your spread. What does the tarot have to say to Libra? Out jumps the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. Damn, people don't like reversals. The Five of Swords in reverse. The Hermit. The Nine of Wands in reverse. I flip half my deck every time I do a reading, so I don't know which ones are going into reverse and which ones are going back into the upright. We've got the Two of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords. So that is your court card, by the way, that Queen of Swords. We've got the Fool at the bottom of the deck. There's something new. There's something completely brand new that you could be embarking upon. It's going to be 100% up to you moving forward. A lot of you are going to be kind of setting the record straight and potentially putting up some boundaries with this past energy. So you're either going to keep things as distant as possible in your development of something new in your life, or you may be rejecting this altogether, because the Queen of Swords will have no problem cutting somebody out who is not meeting the standard that they feel like they need to be met. So there's something here about somebody taking some level of accountability, which we had already seen. We see that there's somebody taking accountability. Now, what it looks like was we had seen that somebody had sabotaged a connection with you. And it looks like it was due to this feeling of things feeling stagnant, slow. Maybe they felt like this wasn't going in the direction they were hoping it would go into. And they may have decided to drop this connection altogether. It looks like somebody dropped something or is in the process of dropping something altogether here. It looks like there was a lot of difficulty, problems in the connection, and somebody just felt like, I've been trying to make this work, I've been trying to make this persevere, and it just feels like I have to give up on this. Now, what I'm seeing here is that whoever this is somebody there was something very, very important for you, Libra, to tap into some sort of brilliant side of yourself based on some sort of breakthrough you're going to have about a different connection that's meant to come into your life. It could be a platonic connection or it could be a romantic connection, but there's something that's going to help you to get to a place of honesty. And it looks like whoever this person is, they're holding you back in some way. And that could be what they want. It looks like they're holding you back in some way, and it creates this lack of, I'm getting like this lack of inspiration. But what I'm seeing is somebody here, that Five of Swords in reverse is a masked energy. If this is somebody who you had been connected to with in the past, for a lot of you that is the case, this person had sabotaged the connection. Part of the reason why you had connected with this person in the first place was because of this person who they're coming in to portray in order to get you back into their life. Now, this is often the energy of somebody who has a completely different persona than who they actually are. But the problem is that when you're dealing with somebody who knows a lot of people in the community, or there may be a large extended family who all think that this person is wonderful, it's very difficult to get caught up behind closed doors where you're literally the only person who seems to see what this person is actually capable of. If this is somebody who makes it a point to treat you in a way that they would never treat other people, that's a red flag. But it looks like for most of you, Libra, you're going to keep your distance, or even decide to reject whoever this is and move towards something new here. We've got that Fool. So let's get the next layer. Next layer for Libra, we've got the Labyrinth. Could be hitting a wall or just be lost in time. Being lost. Expectation comes out. We've got House and Home. Okay, I see what it is. We've got main person showing up as masculine, male, main male. We've got stars, so there's something destined here. We've got the magnifying glass. There's something that you are destined to be able to see more clearly, okay? And the outcome is the Well. There's something you're meant to be seeing more clearly in order to see look more deeply into a situation. The overall energy of this portion of your reading is the Tower. The Tower from the Lenormand deck is not the same as the Tower from the Tarot. It is a very secure, sturdy, stable foundation. There's something you're meant to be moving on to. It looks like that's going to be better for you than what you've been dealing with, okay? Now, it looks like there's this energy with over the period of time of being connected with certain people, that there's this feeling of being lost. This certain person that you've been connected to has kept you in this energy of being, like, it's almost like this feeling of being lost, okay? And it's been over the course of time. So for some of you, you may be dealing almost with a gaslighting energy. And like I said, if you're dealing with somebody who has that persona where they can basically throw that in your face, well, you know, Dr. Peterson doesn't say that about me, or Mailman Joe thinks I'm wonderful, or, you know, Susie at the pharmacy thinks I'm the greatest. Well, or even their coworkers, or even their family, and, you know, if it seems like everybody around loves this person and thinks they're great, it's very easy to get caught up in this idea that maybe you're the one who's always wrong, if there is something that's been going wrong here. So there's this energy of being lost, but there was something here about this being destined, that you are supposed to gain some sort of clarity on this. You're supposed to be looking more closely at the situation, We saw the key, something about getting answers, looking more clearly at this situation. Now, what I'm seeing here is that you're dealing with somebody who expects that they're going to be able to continue to connect with you. They see you as comfort. They see you as their house, home, family, comfort. But you are meant to be looking at something more deeply here in order to move towards what it is that you're meant to be moving towards. And it looks like there's some sort of new beginning. I just have to say, if you're being mistreated or you're dealing with a lot of conflict and chaos, it would make perfect sense. It would make perfect sense that you need to remove yourself from that situation. There's the equivalent of your tarot card. We've got the Justice, the to be fair here. To be fair, something about being fair, chop wood, working hard on something, maybe doing I always get that for you guys. You overgive in that regard sometimes. We've got the leg up, getting a help with something. I'm getting that there's somebody you're meant to be connecting with that's going to help you in some way. We've got orphaned. There's something about abandoning something here. The truth came out about something. Somebody was dishonest. I'm getting for a lot of you, it's just somebody who wears a pathological mask. There's some sort of clarity. There's some sort of truth here, okay? We've got the fates. This was fated. The fated card lands on top of the stars, which are both fate. Those have to do with destiny. This was fated. This was meant to happen. We've got unfinished symphony, so it does look like there's something that's unfinished here that you're reconnecting with potentially. And we've got the chaos and conflict, exactly what I was saying before I had even started pulling this layer. There's something about whoever this is that brings a lot of chaos and conflict into your life. Now, I don't know that just because we've been conditioned to believe that we're supposed to be loyal and that you can be unconditionally loving and still not put up with this kind of stuff. Meaning remove yourself from the situation if that's what it's doing. That's honestly. There's something about time here. TikTok comes out, which we had already seen the clock too when we pulled the Lenormand and Kipper decks. There's some sort of truth that's coming out about the kind of effort that you've been putting towards making this connection work. And there's the truth that's coming out has something to do with vindicating you or bringing you some sort of fairness or justice to this situation. Because it looks like you're over giving. You might be overworking. This was fated to happen. You were meant to go through this. And there's something unfinished here after you gain some sort of help from somebody. It looks like somebody's going to help you with something here. And it looks like whatever this is that you're getting help with has something to do with actually, it looks like abandoning some sort of connection. It's unfortunate, but it looks like there has been a lot of chaos and conflict that I'm seeing here. And this may be happening in time with the clock here. There may be somebody who you've been connected to in the past that you had disconnected from as well, who's coming in to help you with something here. Maybe this is somebody who you had abandoned in the past, or maybe some you felt abandoned from, but it looks like you're abandoning something right now. And it could... I just want to get this last layer. I better pull these ones off camera though. These ones aren't always... We've got betrayal. We did see dishonesty. There's some sort of betrayal here. Anger and rage comes out. So betrayal leading to anger and rage. Because somebody wasn't honest. We've got the shape-shifting card. This is the equivalent to the Magician in reverse for me. We're dealing with somebody who's shape-shifting your reality, and that's what I was seeing. There's this energy of being lost. And now you're coming to... Libra, you're an air sign, you're very intelligent. We know that once you get yourself out of this, it's what I'm getting here, you're going to have to walk away or get out of some sort of energy here in order to start seeing something more clearly, which we had seen with the magnifying glass. There's something here that has actually been victimizing for you. I need to be careful. I should have looked at this card first, because some of these cards have images that aren't going to be allowed. I have to put stickers on them. Yeah, so there was some sort of victimization that happened against you. All right, so I'm going to have to definitely cover this one. I'm glad I thought about it. Okay, so we've got opening. There's something about, there may be, yeah, no, there's something about, I think it has something to do with granting access to your body. We've got surrender. This one also has to be covered up. Okay, so surrender. There's something about surrendering. Wisdom. That's what it is. There's something about letting go of something. It's going to feel like I'm just getting that there's something about feeling like you're abandoning something here. And whoever this is may be taking on some sort of victim mentality, but you have to get out of something in order to gain some sort of clarity here. Ecstasy comes in here. So there's some sort of ecstasy that's tied into this chaos and conflict energy. And the back of the deck, we've got grief. The overall energy of that portion of your reading has to do with grief. There was a betrayal. This created some sort of anger and rage. Now, somebody had allowed access granted to themselves. Now, whatever this is, maybe it's honestly, I'm just going to say, it's looking like if this was a past connection, there's something about somebody allowing somebody access to probably their body for most of you while they were already connected to something, okay? Maybe not though. This could just be a relationship that moved very fast. And I think I might have two different groups of Libras watching this. This could just be that something moved very quickly, because I'm getting that there's something you're meant to be seeing about a specific connection here that's keeping you lost. I'm getting almost like this, like confusion. This confusion didn't come out, but that is what I'm seeing here. With the having to gain clarity and look more deeply at something. But it looks like you have to remove yourself in order to get yourself into that energy. Because there's some sort of wisdom that you're gaining in actually releasing something. Surrender, let go. Because it looks like you're going to start recognizing something about how your whole reality has maybe seemed to be a certain way, because you might be listening to what somebody's saying instead of really paying attention to the facts. And sometimes it takes a long time sometimes of being out of that energy before you start to wake up to that, okay? Because there's something here about recognizing that there was some sort of victimization that was happening here. For some of you, there may be some sort of third-party situation where somebody's been chasing some sort of ecstasy, but I'm not seeing that's necessarily the case for all of you. That's not necessarily the case. It could be, though. I'm making sure I mention it, because I mean, it does. I feel like a lot of readers would have read it that way. But I mean, based on the first sets of cards that came out, it feels to me like you may have started in a relationship where things moved quickly. It may have moved very quickly with regard to how quickly you allowed access to your body, stuff like that. But there's something about coming to some sort of realization about how there's some sort of betrayal that happened that actually victimized somebody here. So let's go through each of the placements. We've got betrayal. Somebody wants to balance something out. We do see that there's this energy of being lost. manifesting. Somebody's feeling guilty about a betrayal that had happened, and it looks like they want to vindicate you in some way. But there's still an energy of keeping you lost, okay? There's something about actually removing yourself from whoever. Just because somebody is saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and I want to make it right, doesn't mean that whatever it is that's been causing the problems isn't going to continue to fester. Because it looks like somebody was manifesting something that had created a betrayal. They feel guilty. It could have been that they felt like things were stuck, stagnant. That's what it looks like. And so this has led to anger and rage in the person who had felt like they had been victimized. Now, it's very, very easy now. It's very easy once we get ourselves into this energy for the person who is actually the one who is the perpetrator to turn around and victim, what did they call that? Reactive abuse. That's what I'm getting here. Is there's a potential for some level of reactive abuse. I'm going to do something really egregious that's going to cause you to react, and then I'm going to turn around and use your reaction to my really crappy behavior against you. I'm the victim now. I'm shape-shifting the reality of the situation and telling you something that isn't really true. I'm the victim because you're angry at me for every reason that you should be angry. And I'm not getting that you're going to get out of this energy based on the timeline if you don't actually remove yourself from this person's energy. Because it looks like you are giving to this connection over the course of time. And it looks like there's something here about letting go of this person and actually developing other relationships outside of this connection. It looks like there may still always be some level of a soul tie between the two of you. You may have children together as well. It just it looks like there's something that connects the two of you, no matter what it is that you choose to do. But there's something you're going to learn in connecting with other people, that there's a truth that's coming out, and it has something to do with access granted to the body. It looks like somebody's going to be in an energy here, or has been in an energy of really contemplating something here, that is going to bring that or has brought them to a place of understanding. They're getting certain answers and understanding why things have turned out the way that they have. But it looks like there's something you're giving up on here, and this is fated. It's fated. We've got the stars, we've got the fate card, we've got giving up. We've got giving up with the 9 of Wands in reverse in order to tap into something that makes you brilliant. There's some sort of brilliance that you're meant to be tapping into as a result of letting go of this. And because there may be certain downloads that you're going to receive after getting out of this shape-shifting energy where somebody's maybe there's gaslighting. I'm seeing reactive abuse, because it does look like this feels like a hopeless situation. Meaning there's with the way things are going right now, the two of you need to heal outside of this connection in order to, because I don't necessarily get with this soul tie card that it's over completely, but there's something that you're meant to be figuring out that brings you into a certain level of power that you haven't been in this connection, because this is going to bring you some sort of wisdom. It is showing up that this is unfinished, but you are meant to be looking at something more clearly here about how it is that this connection has been holding you back, okay? So it does look like this is, to keep this going the way it is showing up as a gamble, because you may be in a position where you're going to feel like you are sabotaging your existence moving forward. There's something about your own peace and happiness here that is meant to be understood outside of this connection, because it doesn't look like you're going to gain it. Because we've got this shape-shifting energy. This is a very manipulative energy. I'm getting, okay, so we've got What do we have here? We've got a new opportunity. Somebody does want to give you the opportunity. They want a second chance. Somebody wants a second chance. They want the opportunity for a second chance here. Now, it looks like whoever this is coming in to help you, trying to help you with something here. Now, what I'm seeing here is that there's this expectation on somebody's end that this isn't really going to take off, or that there may be a lack of physical passion here as well. And that could be, I mean, I'm not seeing a lot of energy that would, I don't want to start adding things to this that aren't already here. But I do see that there's a lack of physical passion here. Somebody feels like something went stagnant. For some of you, this is creating problems. Now, that doesn't mean that whoever this is went off and had some sort of third-party situation. I do see that it's possible for some of you that is the case. That may not necessarily be the case for all of you. This could just be somebody now who, if they feel like things are not going the way that they were hoping it would, that they are now starting to, it looks like you could be dealing with somebody who's kind of in this Five of Swords energy, because that Five of Swords showed up in reverse. That's just somebody who's hiding who they actually are. Somebody who likes to instigate fights. Somebody who wants to try and play games and head games with you and get you into this energy of being angry and upset so that they can now turn around and say, I'm a victim. Libra victimized me after you reacted to something that it looks like if you can get yourself out of this energy, you're going to realize something about how you don't just react to these things the way this person causes you to feel like you're reacting. Like there's going to be some sort of validation that's going to be achieved as a result of getting yourself out, because we've got this energy of somebody feeling like they're a victim. Whoever this is going to tell you that you're the one who's victimizing them because you're wanting to leave this connection, because they see you as their house and home. They see you as their comfort. I was already seeing that you're putting a lot of work into this connection. This person is going to try and keep you around by wearing that mask. They're going to treat you with the utmost respect to your face for now. But it looks like there's this potential that in order to move towards something new, it's going to stress you and them out. There is a very strong connection here. We do see ecstasy leading to chaos and conflict. So it looks like there's something connected between the passion and the sexual connection here that's creating some sort of chaos and conflict here that you're meant to be looking more deeply at. And this is what's going to cause you to stand in your power. Queen of Swords is my favorite court card. I'm an air sign too, so that might be why I identify with her so much. But there's something here that you're meant to be seeing more deeply once removing yourself from the situation. And it has to do with the ups and downs that you have been experiencing with this person, because they're not honest. This is somebody who's wearing a persona, a fake mask. They believe in it. This person believes that they are who they say they are. You have already seen different, but there's something that's still unclear to you until you actually remove yourself from whoever this is. It looks like this is going to create a lot of sadness with the grief card over the course of time. It looks like you are moving on to something more stable, some sort of new beginning, and it's going to be you're going to connect with an energy that is actually honest. You're getting the exact same person behind closed doors that they appear to be in public, is what I'm seeing, and you're about to get actual joy, happiness, and laughter. And we do see the family card under that. So it's going to feel like real joy, happiness, family. But it looks like you may need to remove. And for some of you, it is this person. Over time, this person may be. But for a lot of you, this looks like it's something new. So let's get your final messages before we close this out. Any final messages? You know what? I was just told to use this deck instead. Let's get the final messages for Libra. We've got, I remember every detail of that day. There's something that Spirit is telling. I look at the deeper meaning, especially based on what we had already pulled. There's something you're meant to be remembering here. Think back to how everything has started. Just continue to want to consider what this relationship has actually been for you. I can't stop thinking about you. There's something about thinking about something, but they might be in their head about this. It's showing up that you've been lost. I already said that with that labyrinth card. I lost myself for a while. I feel like there's something about this connection that's keeping you lost. They're shape-shifting your reality. This is creating problems for you, and it's making you feel like you're feeling like you're the villain, and you're not. You're not. You're going to realize this when you move on to something else that's better for you. It was my fault, but I blamed you. That's what you're dealing with. It's somebody who's treating you really, really badly. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting reactive abuse. I'm probably going to name your reading that. There's something about somebody utilizing This is a real thing. If this is resonating with you, look it up. It's a psychological term. Somebody who actually does things to get you to... Any normal human would react to it. Any normal human is going to react to some level of abusive strategy this person is utilizing. And then when they get the reaction out of you that they're trying to get with that anger and rage card, then they can turn it around, shapeshift, which we had seen, and make it look like it's your fault. You're the one who's at fault for reacting to me. I'm such a victim. So Libra, that is your reading for the week of November 24th to the 30th. Thank you so much for all of your support, your likes, your shares, and your subscribes. And until I read you again, take care and bless.